Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. O Great Spirit, Namaste. Saints and sages of all times, of all places, Namaste. O ye powers that be of the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the ether, Namaste. Ancestors of our bloodlines, ancestors of all of the lineages to whom we attune, Namaste. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms and in thy formless reality, Namaste. Sweep clear the path. May our time together be blessed. May it be uplifting. May we hear and understand that which is needed the most at this moment. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste Ji. Namaste. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday meditation. The greatest cause of pain and suffering in human existence is avidya, forgetfulness, your forgetfulness, my forgetfulness. The greatest cause of pain and suffering in all of human existence is forgetfulness of who and what you are. The greatest cause of pain and suffering in all of human existence, now, in the past, in the future, unless we do something about it, is forgetfulness. Of what? What causes the forgetfulness? Well, in astrological terms, we would say what causes the forgetfulness is your ascendant. the glasses through which you look at the world. And just like your glasses or my glasses have a set prescription in it that purportedly allows you to see the world more clearly, your ascendant becomes the glasses through which you see the world, through which you are separated from life, through which you say everything must be filtered through this viewpoint, this look. So if you have an Aries ascendant, for example, the world is focused through the feeling state of I am, I am, I am. Doesn't matter about you, it's me, I am. Or if you've got a Taurus ascendant, it's focused through the filter of the world is based upon what I have. What I have. And help you if you have a Gemini ascendant, in which there is very little ability to focus on one thing. But there's a huge desire to communicate, to talk. And so it is, so it goes, The world is filtered through your desire to feel. What you feel becomes the reality. What you will becomes the reality. What you analyze becomes the reality. If you analyze it enough, it's the reality. What you can bring into balance, and only if it's in balance, as you see it, becomes the reality. What you desire becomes the reality. What you're enthusiastic about becomes the reality. What you can utilize becomes the reality. Only if it's utilizable is it the reality. What brings you freedom? What you intuit. And so your view of life, from the moment that you are incarnated into this world, is a view of separation. Separation between you and the others, between you and the life. Your whole life is filtered through these glasses. Now, just like my prescription has to be changed and your prescription has to be changed as we go through time, this ascendant progresses. Oh, hell, let's make it a little bit more difficult, shall we? The ascendant progresses, but there's always that basic element of seeing, that basic element of what the eyes are capable of seeing when you look with the human eye, with the filter of the glasses that go through it. And then we have the progressed ascendant, which is just like putting on sunglasses, right? Or colored glasses. You can get these glasses that are orange or blue or green, and they have different colors on them. And so you have an overlay of your view of the world. Again, creating greater and greater and greater separation between you and life. Now, there must be something that we can do. I mean, it's a problem. For 99% of the humans, it's a problem. And it's a problem because nobody remembers Narayana. Nobody remembers the divine that lives within us. Nobody remembers that which you are, which lives at the Agya Chakra, at the Sun Center. I shouldn't say nobody. That's an inaccurate phrase. Few. It is very easy, so don't beat yourself with a wet noodle. It's very, very easy to be seized by the thought forms of this planet. Very, very easy. And the Indian mystics call it seizing. It is. It is as if your mind has been grasped and there is no way for you to become free, for you to remember who you are. But there is a way. There is a way. There are many, many ways. Kriya Yoga is a system with tens, if not hundreds of thousands of kriyas. A Kriya is simply a sacred action which allows you to take your consciousness from here and expand it outward. That's all. Just take it from this confined state and expand it outward. Consciously, with effort. Until you can do it without effort, it becomes effortless because you've done it enough times. Now, there's a small petite problem. We really are attached to this stuff. We're really attached to it. You feel like that's what you are. You feel like that's who you are. And so there comes a fear. What happens if I change it? What happens if I let go of my identification with the color of my skin, the color of my hair? Oh, let go of that. Let me tell you, the color of my hair, the color of my eyes, how well my eyes can see, how strong my muscles are, how fast I can run. As you walk through Kala, as you walk through time, each of us is faced with the recognition that something's happening. This isn't the same color as it was. This looks different than it did. This functions differently. What can I do to keep expanding the continuity of consciousness so that as this klesha changes, that continuity continues to expand? So that's what we're here to do today. Meditation is one way. But it is necessary to have a method or methods that really have some oomph to them, if you will, have the ability to allow you to walk through times that are not easy. And certainly around the world, this is a time that there's a lot of chokos, a lot of chaos. So, what causes chaos? Unpredictability causes chaos. When life around you appears to be unpredictable, the mind freezes. Your mind freezes. The human mind freezes, let's just say that. And when it does, it'll panic. The human mind will panic. And when it does, it's much more easily manipulatable. So we have to take those yoga techniques, we have to take those Kriya practices and say, what is going to lift me through and rock me through this? I was recently talking to some other swamis and seekers along the path, like myself, some friends, if you will. And we were saying, what do you think we're here for now? Why are we here now? Why do we incarnate during this time when all this chokos is going on? And the answer, after very little conversation, really very, very little conversation, was, to bring the quietude, to bring the steadiness during this time of chaos. To remember Indra's net. Remember Indra's net, the great net of life that encompasses all manifest and unmanifest reality. And in Indra's net, there are little jewels, one after the other lined up. You are a jewel in Indra's net. Your light radiates throughout Indra's net. Every thought that you have, every word that you speak, every action that you take radiates into Indra's net and makes a difference. Either confines or expands, confines or expands. Now, we've talked about the importance of using the observer practice. I'll give it to you one more time. This is taking a part of your consciousness and lifting it above the head. You're lifting it outside of the chakra system, my beloved. Outside of the chakra system. No karma, all right? Above the chakra system. And the only thing it's doing is observing, watching. Watches the thoughts that rise and fall, which are part of the chakra system. Watches the emotions which rise and fall. Watches the reactions of your mind. And simply says, oh, isn't that an interesting human experience? Oh, isn't that interesting? And just by that awareness and that observation and the aha, neti. Can I let that go? Can I let that go? Now, it's a continual practice, all right? I should be embarrassed by this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I've been doing the practice since the 1980s, all right? So there's very little excuse for what I'm going to tell you. A long time, regularly, daily, throughout the day, continually, throughout the night, all right? And I was at the symphony with my husband last night, and someone behind us started verbally expressing themselves in a way that my mind found irritating. The first time they did it, my mind was irritated, and I didn't do anything about it. The second time they did it, I thought to myself, now wait a minute, you're supposed to be practicing here. Why are you critical of how she's expressing herself? Why are you critical about that? The third time she did it, I thought, well, isn't that interesting? That she chooses that and, that my mind thought it was just fine to be irritated by it. Now, it was a real blessing. Let me tell you, it was a tremendous blessing because I went, oh, I guess I don't have to be irritated by that. This life that I'm living is the grounds for my spiritual sadhana. So how do we move? And this is the real key of what we're doing today, the real essence of what we're doing today. How do we move from this separation, from this segregation of I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I live in this country, so I'm this, I live in that country, so I'm that. My parents were X, my siblings are Y, I currently have this title, oh, I don't have this title anymore. How do we move from all of that, those stories that we tell ourselves? We're telling yourself a story about who you are in the life that you're living. How do we move from that to a recognition that, oh, I see, I am one with life. Oh, I'm not separate. I can't get off of here in this body and say I'm separate. I'm one. I'm one with you. You're one with me. We're one with the world. With the trees, with the birds, with the sky, we are one. A lot of methods. But today, because of the time of the year, and in the United States and in many other countries around the world, this is the time of the year where we have the fall harvest. And there's a time that we set aside to express gratitude. And it is because we have experienced and appreciated the harvest of the land, but also because we are beginning to turn inward to the sacred time of the winter solstice. So now we are stopping and we're going to express gratitude. But we don't want to just express gratitude. It's not enough to just say, well, thank you, thank you, thank you. The key in Kriya practice is to be able to feel that thankfulness. Now, in Japan, there's a wonderful, in the olden days, a wonderful, rather informal expression. Someone would say to you, how are you today? And the answer was always, Okagesamade, Okagesamade, Okagesamade. Because of you, I am well. And then the chatter would go on. And so there's a meditation practice, a spiritual practice that is linked to this very old-fashioned phrase. And we are going to do that practice today. I will be leading you through the practice. And then we will offer our meditative prayers for those who are in need in the world, including ourselves, My guru was saying I need to express this one thought very clearly. There is a habit of the human mind and it is a habit in which we take things for granted, in which life is taken for granted, in which this human life is taken for granted, in which all of the aspects of the life are taken for granted, in which one forgets that this incarnation onto this plane is something that you worked really hard for. You worked really hard. I worked really hard to incarnate into a human body. But you worked even harder to hear and to find mystical truths, to learn a system of teaching, a practice of living that allows you in time to see and experience your oneness with the reality. Don't say, I didn't ask to be here, because that is an untruth. You did. You chose your mother, you chose your father. Maybe you think you didn't do a very good job, or you think they didn't do a very good job. And the question must be, we must back up and say, well, what have I learned? What did I learn from them? Because they are here. This is what I chose. This practice that we are doing today is to help to neutralize, to dissolve away that type of forgetfulness, to dissolve away that element of forgetfulness in which we simply don't recognize that we are one with life. Some of you are living with very serious illnesses, physical illnesses, emotional illness, psychological illnesses. And those are not to be discounted. Many are living today on the earth with anxiety, with depression. You can name it whatever you wish to name it, but a discomfort with the life as it is. But in the midst of all of that, seek to see the light. Seek to see the little tiny bit of light that lives here within you. Seek to see it however you are able, in whatever way, for in the very darkest, darkest, darkest night, with the clouds there, you've been there, in the dark, dark, dark of the night, on a new moon, when the moon is not showing to people on the earth, the clouds fill the sky, and for some unbelievable reason, for some moment, minuscule moment, the North Star peeks through the clouds. The North Star peeks through the clouds, and you can see. Seek that out. Seek that out. Seek that out. Now I'd like to have you stop for a moment. Have me stop for a moment. Here's the practice. The practice is to focus on one element, one manifestation of life, one physical manifestation of life that has brought you blessings, brought you joy. Maybe it's this wonderful technology through which we're able to see each other and communicate from around the world. That's really something. Maybe it's the clothes you're wearing, or the shawl that's keeping you warm, or the shelter that you're in. Maybe it's the cup of tea you had earlier today. Maybe it's the glasses you're wearing to be able to see. One thing. And then, with that one thing, ease and expand your awareness so that you feel, you see, and you recognize every human being who has been a part of you having this comfort at this moment. And to stop and to say, Okagesamade, to each being. Not complicated. No judgment. You can't say, well, this came from this organization and I don't like their politics. No. That's not what we're talking about. Your life has been blessed. You know, the woman who gave birth to you, your birth mother, whom you chose, carried you around for 9 months. That was not the most comfortable time of life. Somebody taught you how to walk. Somebody taught you how to feed yourself. Somebody taught you to speak, to take those sounds that come from here and to form them into something that was understood by another person. My guru says it's the most difficult things of all life. Of human life, rather. Not all life, human life. And so this is what we're going to do. We're not going to just say thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to see and feel the blessings that we have been given. But I'd like you to remember this. Please. Aham Brahmasmi. You are the creative principle. You are the one that has drawn those blessings into your life. Mama didn't give it to you. Papa didn't give it to you. God didn't give it to you. Boss didn't give it to you. Guru didn't give it to you. You have drawn it all into your life. And maybe it came through mama, papa, boss, guru, brother, sister, friend, neighbor. Of course, it all comes through the others. But you drew it in. You had the karma, the good karma, to have these blessings. And now let us return it. Okagesamade. Okagesamade. As you are able, sit with your spine erect and your hands in the Om Mudra, the index finger and the thumb together, cupped upward upon your thigh. Make sure that you're comfortable. Focus your attention at the sun center, the Agya chakra, the point between the eyes. And turn your head to the left, exhaling twice. Bring the head back to the center and begin to watch the breath. Now use a sipping breath. Draw the energy from the limbs to the trunk. From the trunk to the spinal column. From the base of the spine to the sun center. Take that energy as a golden ball of light and move it out in front of you. Expand the light and sweep it around your body, moving counterclockwise. And do this 2 more times. And now ascend. Ascend to the high place. Ascend to the high place of meditation. Om Namo 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 Attaining that high place. Find yourself a comfortable meditation place. Most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, let all of thy names and all of thy forms in thy formless reality be with us as we do this ritual. In your mind's eye, you see a large, 3-dimensional images Take a deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling 3 times. Now bring to your mind's eye a skill, an object, some expression of life that has brought you joy and ease to your life. Feel the blessings of this. Let the happiness, the bliss radiate throughout your being. Now in your mind's eye, see how you first began to experience this. Who brought it into your life? How was this created? Who brought it into the life of your gift bearer? Allow your mind to travel in time and in place, to see all of those beings who brought this experience to you. At each point that you see another jewel in the net, stop and say silently, Okagesamade. Feel the blessings that have come to you. Open your awareness allowing the blessings of Okagesamade to flow into every cell of your being. And now hold the montage in your mind's eye. Feel the pranic energy that was poured by each of those souls into Indra's net to bring this moment to you. Their practice, their effort, sharpen the image in your mind's eye. Allow it to expand so that you see at each point the radiating points outward. So that you feel the interconnectedness allow the feeling of Okagesamade, the feeling because of you, all of you. I am well in this moment. Now take this montage and encircle it. Place it in a large circle and paint golden light around the circle to create a mandala. And do this 3 times. See all of the souls and all of their pranic energy within the mandala, the gifts of their talent, their compassion and kindness. Now color that mandala your color of gratitude. Again, circle the mandala with golden light and do this 3 times. See within the circle, within the mandala, the radiating light of life. At the very center, see a pulsating white star. Focus on the star. Shrink the mandala down. Hold it directly at your sun center. Shrink it down so you see the golden circle, the color of Okagesamade inside the circle, and the pulsating light. Bring it smaller and smaller and smaller to your sun center, so that you only see the gold and the pulsating light, the star. Bring it from the sun center, inhaling. Bring it over your spinal column. Allow that golden mandala with the pulsating star leading to all other realms of reality. Filled with Okagesamade. Feel it directly above your spine. Feel it linked to the sesamanic channel, place of balance. Inhaling. Now feel that mandala radiating forth, bursting forth in the Om, radiating to all realms of reality, pouring down your spinal column, filling every cell of your being. The mandala of life. Breathe in the oneness of life. Exhaling your gratitude, your awareness of all that has been done by all of these beings upon the earth, around the earth, within the earth, to bring you to this moment. Hold on to that sweetness. And throughout every day, 3 times if you are able, at least once, stop what you're doing and remember all of those beings that have made this eternal now, this moment of anandic bliss, possible for you to experience. With your sun center open, with your heart open, radiate forth Okagesamade. Now let us all return to holding our attention again at the Sun Center. O ye powers that be, we call upon thee at this moment to join with us. At this moment we use our yoga siddhi, our pranic energy, to send forth our blessings to all sentient beings. Thou knowest better than we that which is needed. We ask only this, that the karma of all beings upon the earth, within the earth, around the earth, be softened. That the karma of all beings in all realms be softened. We know the needs are great for water, for food, for shelter, for friendship, for health, for care, for clarity, for wisdom. We know the needs are great. We ask only that you join us in sending these blessings as they are needed. And let us chant the Om Shanti mantra, feeling the golden light of healing, of blessing, pouring forth from your sun center, you and your Ishta and you, pouring down upon all beings. Om Shanti. 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 Again, turn your attention to the sun center. Focus your attention there. Pour all of your pranic energy through the sun center, and as this mantra is chanted, radiate forth your blessings as you choose to all beings in all realms of reality, that the karmas be softened. Harahit. Holding these blessings in every cell of your being. Return to the sweetness again and again and again. Om Tat Sat Om. Thou art Om. Thou art that. Okagesamade. 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 Thank you for your many, many blessings, for the blessings of your presence, for the blessings of your meditative energy. Hold on to this. Carry it forth in these coming breaths. Namaste, Ji.